I am back. I am unbanned. I just finished my 30-day Facebook ban, so I'm kind of excited because I always say I can never share my videos in the same way. If you're just logging on, give me a second to share this feed out. Make sure if you're just logging on that you share this feed out too. I want to talk about some stuff that I've been putting out in articles today because we have a lot happening astrologically that is giving us a huge opportunity to release a lot of individual wounds, but a lot of collective ones too. So I want to talk a little bit about the collective consciousness and what is happening with these ascension energies. Give me a second to share this feed out. If you're just joining me, please do the same. I'm having a hard time doing my feeds. Facebook gives me a lot of opposition in doing my mission. I give away activation off of every feed. A lot of people are not going to catch me live because I am on United Kingdom time. You can still go ahead and participate because I don't find the person that wins until the next day. So make sure that you guys share this feed out if you guys are catching me on replay. And I'm about to get started. Give me a second. Drop your name if you're going to want a card. I'm doing Ascension cards today. I just said I'm having a hard time seeing people's posts on my feed. And I'm sure people are having a hard time seeing mine too, judging by what's going on with my pages. Alright, so share this feed out. I want to kind of get a good audience today because I have a lot of information to get out. I am on a 9-day countdown to go to Stonehenge too, so I have a lot of work to do coming back. My messages look insane. My messages look insane. I'm like, thanks Facebook, I get my life back. It's looking pretty crazy. I get to go salvage my mission. I'll try to pick up the pieces now after my ban. So I have a lot of work to do. I just did a video on what I'm about to kind of go over and summarize in my Sparks of Divine Light healing group. A lot of people are on this page and not in my 2 groups I have on here that I use as class spaces. I do most of my video content in those spaces. I do my feeds on here daily, but I also do videos in those areas. I am not going to be videoing Stonehenge on this channel. I am going to be broadcasting live video there in my Sparks of Divine Light healing group. I always put the link below, but there's a lot of comments, so go ahead and search for the Sparks of Divine Light healing groups on here. There's 2 of them. Join them if you guys want to be participating in my Stonehenge energy I'm going to be sending out. It will be really crazy. I can only describe it from having been there, that it puts you in extreme states of bliss. That energy is so crazy. It's so high frequency coming out of those ley line areas. But you know that we're going to go during the space storm when it's at its peak and it's the craziest energy because that's when the rocks will actually activate. I just did a little bit on this topic in my class space and I was talking about how, it doesn't matter how many times the government has moved those rocks or messed with them or playing with them like dominoes, that they still are encoded with this insane energy. They are their very own Akashic library as well. They have so much knowledge encoded in them. So, you have to go there when the rocks are activated. And it just happens we're having this December winter solstice in Capricorn, and I had to get the calendar. It's going to be really crazy energy. We have a full moon following, so we're going to have a lot of solar and lunar energy combining with the equinox energy, and it's going to generate a gateway or an energetic porthole of sorts. You don't have to be at Stonehenge to be using it. You can go ahead and use it for your ascension anywhere that you're living, and that gateway is going to enable you to shift onto better timelines, better probabilities. It can help you with your healing, the things you're manifesting. It's really a powerful energy that we're going to be closing this year up with. This is our week of rest. If you're tuned into the energy cycles, You probably know it's smart to rest with them, because whenever we have any type of lunar energy or solar energy, it can make it hard to sleep. It affects our REM state. So this week is amazing for doing dream work. If you guys went to sleep last night and just woke up, you probably had some crazy dreams or more dream recall, or you're having more vivid dreams. We know that a lot of people that have a closed third eye are not even going to probably remember their dreams or be having lucid dream experiences or astral experiences. So for the first time in a very long time, humanity is now opening their third eyes and using the frontal area of the brain, which is really amazing. So you guys are going to be able to tune in more and more to the subconscious, the unseen, what lies underneath. Expect to have some amazing dreams this week. This is probably the most powerful week in terms of the subconscious and dreaming and things like that. We have a lot happening astrologically too. I said in my last video that the entire universe has aligned everything perfectly for humanity to make its ascension in every regard, everything happening astrologically. So Chiron has been kind of making my feeds a lot lately, along with Neptune, right? And Chiron is giving us an opportunity until we reach this equinox to reach deep within and to release any wounds that we carry. A lot of people will automatically think back to childhood traumas and things like that, but I'm going to tell you what the real core wound is when it comes to humanity, that we go through this illusion of separateness, right? And we feel it deeply. Trust me, people feel alone. They feel that state of separateness deeply. I'm sorry to swear for the kid viewers. I don't have another word I can grasp for it. It's really a mind fuck though, because we know that we're one. We are part of source. There's no separation. So when we go through this illusion and we feel that pain so deeply, it's part of that core wound. The more that these systems, and we know that they divide and conquer, the more that these systems try to divide humanity, the more it is digging into that collective wound that we all carry. This is a wound that has been passed down through our family lines. It is tied into our past lives and the traumas that we carried here from those past experiences in every regard. We see a lot of protests happening. I'm going to keep talking about it because it will be important later. I keep saying we see a lot of protests happening and things like that. I can only describe, when I see the footage of these places, it as conflict. We know that when there is any conflict, we see power struggles between the people and the government in a lot of places, and they're coming. And so when we have conflict like that, that is a sign that we have inner trauma, inner wounds that we need to heal, right? So there is this awful separateness pain that we all have carried for so long and for so many past lives doing this cycle, and it really affects our heart chakra. It is why so much of humanity has their heart chakra closed on every regard, right? It's painful. All of humanity goes through this same process where we ultimately have our heart chakra broken so that it will expand in some way, whether it was a death, a loss, something happening to you. I can describe this experience as a lot of people will lose every person they ever loved and that things like that. So it's a very hard course for our heart chakra and for our body to handle. We are living in a society that has lost sight of empathy and compassion. It's something that has been drilled out for a long time, these heart chakra related wounds that we carry. So, our main focus around here a lot of the time is heart chakra healing. This is the chakra that we will liberate through. We also have a lot coming up with Chiron in terms of forgiveness. So many people are carrying around their past lessons that they have not cleared because they have not healed past them or let go of them. The people that you learned with in your past while you were asleep, those are your karmic lessons. Karma is the thing that has entangled us here for far too long, not just on a collective level, but on an individual level. We are after a deeper liberation as well, that we need to really wake up and untangle ourselves from these karmic situations. These are the chains that are binding humanity, the relationships around us. And I know that people don't understand that we come and we learn our experiences with a lot of the same souls here, different roles, just, you know, just switching around and things like that. So there is this disconnect because we do come here with amnesia, and we have these soul recognitions that pull us and guide us along on our lessons. And a lot of people are getting confused about the relationships around them and the roles of the people that they're learning with, not understanding that sometimes the people closest to you are the ones who have been enslaving you for so long, and that we really need to do a good inventory and let go of the toxic people that are weighing down our soul. My biggest thing is that I see happening in the third dimensional reality is people are in relationships with people, and you know, they get along fine, but this is not the one. They're not lighting your soul and your life on fire. They're not for you. And a lot of people are hanging on to relationships because of the material aspects that they involve in untangling or breaking up with someone or going off on your own and things like that. We have far too many people that are not able to be on their own. We know that in order for you to complete yourself as a soul, you have to be complete on your own. No one else can do your lessons for you. So we see a lot of people that are very codependent in their relationships, feeling they can't do it on their own and things like that. This is just a form of victim mentality. We must need to be whole and complete on our own. It's something that we need to learn how to do. Sorry, I'm trying to get a lot of information out fast, right? My usual, let's just cram like 2 hours and 10 minutes. We have a huge emphasis, though, on clearing the wounds that we carry. I always say, don't go find the toxic person and apologize. Don't ever do that. Don't go track down whoever it is from your childhood that you had an awful, traumatic time learning with. You don't ever do that. This is stuff that we have to do within ourselves. We don't realize that when we don't forgive someone else, that's our karma. It's not theirs. That these are the chains that are binding us to these souls. If you refuse to forgive someone that you were learning with and you are carrying on these lessons, you will have to come back here. And the problem is that we're ending our cycle. So usually you could just come back and maybe try another life. But if you get stuck here in this karmic web, you will recycle an entire cycle, which is just mind-blowing, since we're just finishing it up on how hard it is and how crazy it was just for us to reach this point where we would be open to this enlightenment. So it's really mind-blowing. This is an important time for humanity. You will come back with that person that you probably hate, because usually people can't forgive. They usually don't like the person, hate them, right? They don't want to be near them. They're carrying something deep about this person. We need to forgive on every level because you're forgiving yourself. You've only ever seen a mirror of your past lives colliding into you now. So it's really things we need to do within ourselves to carry on. When we release and forgive someone, we're releasing our own soul. This is about liberation and setting ourselves free. It has nothing to do with the other person. It has everything to do with you. So we're gearing up for the Stonehenge expedition. I'm real excited about it. I'm doing Stonehenge activations. I have my last one that I'll be doing there too, the heart chakra Atlantean activation. We added a new activation we're going to be doing on our trip. And it is going to be one for psychic awareness, helping connect people to the ley lines and heart chakra healing, because I'm right on the perfect frequencies for this kind of work. I'm going to need to sell some activations too, to be doing my little adventure and getting this out on video. So you guys, if you're interested in it, I was thinking about making an event, but I'm not really good at doing those because I know a lot of people won't see my video or stuff like that because of Facebook. I might make an event. I don't know though, because I'm not real great at making those. But if you guys want to participate in my craziness, you know where to find me. I'm unbanned now. If you guys need to message me, please business page message me, because my personal inbox is crazy after my month ban and I might not see it. So if you guys want to participate, the link is above. You can just sign up. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I did a couple of Reiki attunements there last time for some of my classes. Someone was like, what is an attunement? Any type of energy work is really good for you. It will help raise your vibration, remove energetic blocks, flow your energy better. It has really amazing benefits. You guys know that I teach classes too. I have an entire section. We're always trying to learn new classes around here and expand and get out different types of knowledge to people. So if you guys want, you can get Reiki attuned or any of my other class attunements too. That's not just for Reiki at the Rocks too. I did a lot of energy work there last time, and it was really crazy, and I know the people that did it with me had an amazing time participating too. So I will be doing class attunements there too. So if you guys want to sign up for a class now with any of my classes, I send you the material as in handbooks and videos, and then I attune you energetically and certify you. So if you guys want to do a class now, maybe give yourself a Christmas present. Maybe give yourself a Christmas present. It's going to be my theme. Maybe take care of yourself, self-care for Christmas. We're going to do a self-care for Christmas kind of rant soon. So maybe give yourself a Christmas present. Check out a class. Check out our activation. I'm going to be doing read-ins all week too, because I got mountains to move to do Stonehenge, if you know me. So it's a really good time to support my feeds and get a read-in too. Sherry is all about coming into my craziness for Stonehenge. She's coming with us. She's also running our Stonehenge mission because I'm real busy with doing my other stuff, right? She can practice playing leader and running a mission. I'm very excited about that. She's going to be in her element. Like I said, the solstice is in Capricorn, so I'm really excited too, because I know we've been having a hard time with these energies lately. And so she's about to get lit on fire when we enter her kind of home planet in January. So I'm really excited too for her adventure. Sherry, fill up your well, rest, refuel. We need to be very well rested for these energy shifts. If you know me, I'll be resting this week. I'm going to be sleeping more. I went to bed really early last night, and I was having some amazing lucid dream experiences because it's something that I practice at and really work with. Like I said, this is an amazing week to rest, to recharge, to do dream work, to meditate. These energy shifts can be hard on our body. If you haven't had ascension symptoms this year, you will next year. That's a good sign when we see ascension symptoms. It's a sign that the blockages are being removed, you're going through upgrades, that you're shifting timelines and things like that. So we're about to see more ascension symptoms next year. If you guys are one of those people that is feeling either stomach issues, just tired, low in energy, flu-like symptoms, just know that this is a very hard process on our body, and this year has been very intense for all of humanity in terms of our bodies getting upgraded, you know, everything that we're going through. Mariah Williams, hi, listen, that was in her dreams too. I know, I love when people tell me that too, because I told my husband this morning, because we were talking about our dreams, I said, you know that your dream experiences are real, right? I woke up, I'm like, welcome back to Earth School. I look at it like when you send your kid to kindergarten, and you know, they go to school 9 to 5 or something, right? Go send your kid to school. So I'm like, welcome back to Earth School, good morning, right? I'm back here for school, but when we sleep at night, we're kind of going home. Your soul can go home and go where it wants, right? So we're here in Earth School, and I'm really trying to tune into those dream states. I am connecting with so many people from my mission and my videos in the dream state. I go there, and I've had recollection of trying to give people advice, teach them, guide them, give them insight on what's coming in their experiences, or do kind of healing stuff. So I really love it. And my husband had a dream with his friend in it. And I said, well, your friend might be able to remember. These are real experiences when you connect with other souls in the sleep state. They're actual real experiences. People are really fast to just be like, oh, it's a dream, right? It's just a dream, and to move on. The reason why you forget your dreams is because your subconscious has been programmed to believe that they are fake and they are not part of reality. So you usually wake up and your subconscious will automatically pretty much remove any kind of dream memory recall you have, because it associates that as a fake reality. And so, you know, that's a very real reality that we need to tune into. It's what lies underneath all of this, the subconscious areas that we have a hard time accessing here. Like I said, it's an amazing week for dream work. Try to meditate more this week. Try to go to sleep a little earlier. Try to go to sleep with the intent of lucid dreaming or astral traveling. Mariah Williams, hi, play, yes, I'm putting out a soul calling just like I do my videos. Come play at Stonehenge. So people are going to watch my journey. That's the whole point of it. And you guys should know that your soul is pulling our entire consciousness group to Mount Shasta and to Stonehenge, so that we can activate ourselves. And it's really our past and now colliding as well. It's really important to our consciousness group, these past places. Play more. Maybe you guys, some of you guys can come visit us in June at the Rocks. I'm gonna go every equinox next year. Maybe come hang out with the rest of your soul tribe. We're gonna pull a bunch of people here. Let's see, Rachel Burnett. Make sure you guys share this feed out too. Rachel, priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? And we are. We're being asked to lead by example. By us changing our lives and fixing things, we're supposed to set a good example for the rest of humanity. Humanity is in this template where they have been told how to live their lives, right? We call it the American dream, right? Things like that. They have this template. They're telling you how you should live your life, the kind of jobs you should do, what you should do in every regard. So a lot of us are unplugging and finding our own path and our own way and following our intuition, which is much different than following the crowd. It'll probably lead you somewhere much more amazing than if you're following the rest of the masses. So as we're doing that, people are taking notice that we are going against the grain and what is socially acceptable and expected of us. You guys will be all regarded as spiritual leaders at some point and teachers. You might not recognize that in yourself right now, but it's who your higher self is and what you're here for. Cindy Sullivan, good morning. Keepers of the earth, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you, and that's really important to know. With this subconscious energy, we can much easier tune into our loved ones in the other realm too. There's a huge emphasis on that. We don't understand how much assistance we have here and how much love we have on our journeys with what we're doing. And trust me, your ancestors know better than anyone how hard this matrix school is and are there to assist you. If anyone has loved ones that have passed, ask them to assist you on your mission now and to help you with what you're doing. It's a powerful connection to have people that you know that have crossed over into the other realm. They can be of much more assistance to you in that space than they were here for you. Missy Petty. The crumbling. What are you clinging to? This entire world and reality as we know it is crumbling. A lot of people are very upset by this too. That as these systems are crumbling and things like that, it's becoming more and more apparent that we can't just tape them together. Let go. People need to let go of the old in the world as they were led to believe it was, because everything is always changing and evolving around here, and consciousness is no different. So as consciousness is moving forward and steering us along on that evolutionary path, things are changing in the physical reality and people are starting to take notice. A lot of people are getting angry, feeling the need to control things. Becky Bassent. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. There's nothing more important than your soul group, your consciousness group. They are your family. They are a group of souls that you do this journey with and playing all of your lessons with to a T. That, you know, I would have taken on part of our consciousness group's lessons that we needed to do. So our entire group would have needed to do a certain amount of experiences. When we made our life plans, we would have planned accordingly with a group. You did not incarnate into this matrix alone. You came with a group. A lot of people are getting confused about the soulmate concept and who these people are to you, because those karmic connections will seem just as magnetic to start to make sure your soul is learning where you need to be. So there's a lot of confusion about who these people are. They're going to be people on the same frequency with you on every regard. You can probably find them more in the awake than the sleep right now. Tammy Oliver, awesome. Thank you for sharing. Please share this out too, because I'm just getting off my band and I haven't even seen I haven't assessed all my stuff yet. Yeah, make sure you guys share this out for me too. I'm just kind of getting back. Tammy, Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher, and it's what we're all getting guided into, doing this awakening. If you're watching my video, you made a contract to be here watching this video. Anything that you're doing in your life was contracted for. So in some regard, you know, I'm doing my teaching and a lot of people are listening. These are lessons that you need. They're very much part of your lessons. No different than your love life or your family or anything else that you're learning about. So we're going through light worker training right now, right? We're getting trained for our missions. We're assimilating knowledge, we're learning, and we're kind of getting shaped into those light workers that we are. Every person on this feed has contracted for a mission much bigger than ourselves in whatever regard. So we're kind of going through this training where we're at with it. Sophia Hernandez, good morning. Align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? You know, the more authentic that we're becoming, the more we realize that everything else was inauthentic to who we are. So we go through this matrix of sleep, disconnected from ourselves and who we are, and we often draw reflections of people that are not a good fit or a good match for us. The more authentic that you are, the more authentic people that you're going to draw to you. So, you know, first we had to become authentic and find ourselves before we could ever find ourselves in another. Shannon Miller, Martino. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. And it's very important to remember that, you know, this is part of a divine plan. This is divine will playing out on every level. Kimberly Kern, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? It's everything that we had to work at. I know with my job that a lot of people will come to find me, right? A lot of people will seek me out, and I have to have very good boundaries with people. I look at those as energetic boundaries, right? Something that I probably had very little of in the past, that I was probably a big pushover and would just be like, okay, if people asked, and I did not have good boundaries. I was probably constantly doing things I didn't want to be doing either, right? Whether it was a friend wanting to go somewhere with me, or someone wanting to do something, or someone wanting a favor. So I have very good boundaries now. I need to. I have found that most people have no boundaries, so I need to have them, because people will come find me, and trust me, they have no boundaries, a lot of them, right? There's no boundaries, so I need to have very good boundaries. Make sure that if your intuition is telling you no, that you're not saying yes. That is one way we turn off our intuition when we don't listen to it, right? If you keep silencing that intuitive pull, then you probably won't feel it anymore. We need to be listening to our intuition. When we do, it makes it stronger. Jamie McDonald. We are birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So I know that it's probably typical, my experience going through this reality, as most people, that a lot of my early experiences might have seemed more like a nightmare than, you know, the best daydream ever. So now my reality is looking like a great dream, right? This is a dream reality. So I know a lot of people went through that too, seeing what they didn't want in their reality and things like that. We're meant to be creating something better. How do we do that? We had to get a grip on our thought processes, because those are leading to everything we're seeing and creating around here. So we need to do more positive reprogramming. The more you do that, the more your reality will reflect that. Tracy Rayner, thank you for sharing too. I really appreciate it. Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. And so, like I said, a lot is happening on energetic levels, whether people are realizing it or not. Your body is like sophisticated software, and it is going through a serious upgrade. We could not do this ascension overnight. That's why it's such a gradual process, and we're going through this ascension now together. It is not something that we could do overnight. Our bodies wouldn't be able to handle it. So we're going through these upgrades as fast as we individually can handle it in our own lives. Melody Wittenhall, good morning. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Overthinking is dangerous in this place. Yes, it's part of the reason we ended up in this school, that we would be very dangerous in the higher dimensions, where anything we thought about would manifest into something. If people had one negative thought, it could create an entire war. It's how it works. We're kind of navigating through a dreamlike reality, right? So we're here to get a grip on our thought processes in every regard. It can be dangerous to have negative thoughts, right? They go manifest into, you know, the wars and destruction we see here. We need to learn how to be co-creators and to be creating. Denise DeForge, hello. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. And like I said, Chiron is coming to release any deep wounds that you have. We don't realize that childhood traumas and negative experiences that we have stored as emotions in our body are going to affect our subconscious programming, our thought processes, the energy in our body, any blockages and things like that. It's time to release these core wounds that we carry. If you looked at your life plan this life, it would be such a synchronicity to your life before that and the life before that and the life before that. You would see these incarnation patterns where we're just experiencing the same lessons over and over again with different people swapping roles, and we really need to break these chains in whatever regard and to let go of this stuff for good. We need to do a serious karmic cleansing for humanity on large levels, large scale levels. So we really need to do it individually first before it comes together on a collective level. More clearing of any wounds, traumas, things you guys experienced that sucked in this matrix. More letting go, more forgiving. Holly Ray, warrior woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? We must be afraid because we're not creating that ultimate reality yet, myself included. So we must have some fear, some doubt, things blocking our faith in the universe, whatever it may be. This is time to let go of these fears. We're always trying to understand consciousness and the divine with our limited perception of reality. And it's just so beyond our human grasp as well, right? We're always trying to break this stuff down into words and philosophies and things like that. Have more faith in the universe. It is beyond anything that we could ever even articulate. Brian Feliciano. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Get in touch with those blue star places. They are calling you. Sarah Jade Hill. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And like I said, people are not doing enough stuff that lights their soul on fire. People are too comfortable in these dead relationships, control dramas, things that are not lighting them up. If it isn't that fairy tale kind of experience, you might want to let go and go back to the drawing board. So people have been okay with this lack of love on every level. You know, people haven't grasped loving themselves, and then they seem to be accepting this lack of love that reflecting back from others, more self-love. Iris Ulrich. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Yes, you need to take care of yourself like you would a child, right? Talk to yourself like you would a child too. We're always like thinking, I can't do that, this won't work out. What would you tell a small child? It will be okay. Everything is gonna go great. It'll be fine. Start to talk to yourself more like you would a child. Michelle Whitfield, good morning. You got some sun, awesome. The weather is looking extra crazy here. I'm gonna start doing like a picture a day of the UK weather, because you guys know that I would do an aura pic if there was any sun, and I've seen some one time in like 3 months. So the sky is always looking extra crazy here. Not sure what's going on. I can't wait for spring. I'm ready. Michelle Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Tina Perry, sending crazy love to Seattle and the United States. I tried to go live a little bit later today so I could wait till some US people were awake, so I'm glad I caught you. Tina, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And like I said, we have so much assistance that we're not using, so much support. The entire universe is aligned with nothing more than you creating your bliss. I think that's why people have their manifestations not work out, because a lot of times they are not things that would create bliss for them, right? People have a big emphasis on the material and not on what would make them ultimately happy in some way. So we need to do more of, like I said, things that light you up. Christine McKernan, good morning. The initiation, rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred. And this really is that initiate path that is leading somewhere beyond amazing. We're all on our own individual little hero's journey. Kathy Anderson, I don't know. She asked, how do I get into my other groups? I put the links below, but just search for Sparks of Divine Light Healing on here and 2 groups will come up. You guys know I do the Galactic Empath Healer group too, which is an amazing group if you guys are looking for light worker groups on here. Not to brag, but I think that we do a really good job of it in that group. It might be one of the best ones here on Facebook. So I really like that too. There are things I do with my free time, these group spaces. Make sure you guys do join my Sparks of Divine Light Healing group though, so you guys see my Stonehenge feed. Kathy, Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? I do put all of my live feeds on YouTube every day too, from that group too. So I know a lot of times I'm having feed issues, like my videos aren't loading, thanks Facebook. So I'll get off of here and it will take like 5 hours, 10 hours for my video to load, and I'm having all these weird feed problems thanks to Facebook. So I do download them, like as soon as they clear on Facebook, I put them on YouTube too. And you guys know that I'm on Instagram too, Sparks of Divine Light Healing. On any form of social media, same name. Susan Fear. Dance. Do something to shift your vibration. Those are goals for Stonehenge, because we want to go dance and play with the fairies and dragons there, and you know, things like that. We need to play more. Put on some music. Dance around. It'll move your energy. Susan Thomas, happy unbanning day. Yes, I said it's like letting the lion out of the cage though, and you cannot stop ideas. You can kill the messenger. You cannot kill the message ever, so it doesn't really matter ultimately, right? Susan, inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Work on your heart chakra. It's like my big theme with this Chiron energy, that we should really be focused on our heart chakra, you know, the next 9 days until this equinox. It's giving us an amazing opportunity with new perspective to clear these past experiences and past traumas. And we have to do it on an individual level for it to play out collectively. We know that. So more heart chakra healing around here. Antoinette Lonnie, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? It's like our topic of the day. We need to light this planet on fire. We are approaching this fire energy. We're seeing the world is on fire in some areas, but we really need to light this place up as light workers. We need to raise the frequencies around here. Do more of what lights you up. Jay Molina, hello. Oh my God, send in my love home to Cali, right? I'm like, my soul is always in Cali. I love it. Sending crazy high vibes there. I did make my voyage from Cali across the pond, as they call it. So I am in the United Kingdom now, but I'm sending you lots of good vibes. Min Taken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Angelica Clark, Starseed, what lights you up? Gina Rodriguez de Villa, take a break. It's theme of the week for everyone. If you don't get a card, take a break. Rest. You'll thank me next week. Rest up this week. Recharge. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. We really want to have time to integrate the upgrades that we're going through. So if you don't rest this week, you might get ascension symptoms next week when that energy hits. So if we take more time to integrate the upgrades, we're going to have, you know, less of a chance of not feeling good from them. Darlene Saldana. The ever-unfolding rose cracked opening is happening for you, not to you. Indigo on Gaia. Good. Vivid dreams. I'm down. I'm so excited to go to sleep tonight because I was like in this amazing week of, you know, digging around and, as I told my husband, areas I should not be in. Digging around in subconscious areas I should not be in. It's really awesome to me. So I was really excited when we hit that dream state, you know, conditions ideal for that dream state last night. So I'm very excited about that. Use this to meditate, to tune in more. You'll notice that your abilities are amplifying fast too. Indigo on Gaia, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So everything I'm talking about this week, we inherited some lovely genetic programming stepping onto this planet from our ancestral family lines and things like that, on top of those collective wounds that were seared into our DNA as well. So we have a lot to transmute. I talked about this yesterday. I was like, take a look at your parents. What were their lessons? What was their dating life look like, I wonder? What was their lessons like? What did they have a hard time with? What do you see their problems as, their flaws as? You should have a good perspective that will gauge where you're at and what you need to clear on an ancestral type of level, as well as a good view into your past experiences and your past lives. They're all very interconnected. So we really need to clear this stuff. As Starseeds, we agreed to come into these bloodlines so that we could go ahead and clear this karma and transmute those things. So what my family life looked like was, my path was very similar to my mother's because she was not strong enough to conquer this karma, and I kind of inherited it and came and cleared it for her. So we're doing a lot of clearing involving family situations. Your family is also your first karmic experience too. LA Arts and Crafts. You will sleep better tonight. You'll start to sleep better this week. Lumeria, created heaven on earth is happening. Laura Belk, Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You're the oracle. And like I just mentioned, that as these frequencies are going up, your abilities are coming out. As we're doing these activations and these upgrades, we're realizing that junk DNA is actually our spiritual abilities and our spiritual gifts and our multidimensional access and things like that. So as the frequencies are continuing to go up and we're continuing to be activated, our psychic abilities are more on point, insight, intuition, whatever your abilities are. They want us all the same too. If you go through the Matrix, they want us all to like look the same, dress the same, right? Like little mini robots. That's their ideal world. But even though we are all one and all equal in every regard, we have different abilities and different things that we're good at. These are not just gifts that we're just coming into now. These are the same gifts that we would have had in all of our past incarnation, things that we brought with us that we have been fine-tuning for a very long time. John Drake. Protection. Call back your power. Cut your cords. Soul retrieval. Rose Garcia. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? I always say the triggers are your teachers and lessons. Dolores Miranda. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. I'm really looking forward to spring. We need some rebirth around here, right? So it can feel kind of like a darker time of the year because, you know, we're not going to enter that light until this equinox period. So it can feel like we're going through the underworld, the shadow side of self, call it what you want. So I'm really looking forward to getting past this equinox so we can shift back into that light. I'm all about harnessing energy and, you know, things from the sun and things like that. I'm someone who does better around a lot of light rather than lunar energy anyway. So I'm looking forward to shifting into the light. We know, like I said, that the solstice is kind of symbolic of Christmas. It is where the goddess moon gives birth to the sun. It's kind of where they ripped off Christmas from too, so it's an important energy. Jessica, I can never say your name. You're gonna have to voicemail it to me. Ikaka. Trust your intuition. What is your intuition trying to tell you? Your intuition is your guide. Too many people are trying to turn on the news as someone to lead them. The government, people outside of themselves. We need to tune into that intuitive soul pull. Your intuition is your soul guiding you and speaking to you. Anne Maria. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I did some healing on her husband yesterday. I told her it's probably one of the best gifts that you can get for someone would be some type of healing work if they're having spiritual issues. And I did some contract cleansing with him to release him from any other outside contracts other than her. So that really fits the theme with releasing contracts. It's something that we really had to work on too. Stephanie Harris, good morning. The age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes, and they like to make us feel very inadequate in these places. They just like people to think that they're stupid, that they have no rights, right? That we don't know anything. Favorite entity tactics, right? But we really have everything that we need within us. That at the beginning of this cycle, we had it, everything that we needed to shift this planet into this ascension. And here we are coming back at it with an added cycle of wisdom and knowledge on top of it. So we have everything that we need to do this now. Nicola Martin. Leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. I like to make my plans like that, like my Stonehenge plan. I have my plan all laid out, and then like usually no idea how I'll do it. And then I just know the universe will have to align and do it for me in whatever regard, right? So you guys need to set aside a plan first, go ahead and jump, and the universe will go ahead and align to assist you. Francisco, I'm seeing the angry faces too. I think we're Facebook famous, me and Francisco. We're Facebook famous status. I love it. It's perfect time, and I'm getting off of here anyway, and nothing can kill my vibe. Francisco, share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. We have learned that if you get on video like this and speak, you could have like trolls hitting the angry face and stalking you, witches putting spells on you this year, right? You name it, right? Lightworker hazards. We learned it could be dangerous to get on feed and to show ourselves in these places, and that we learned how to protect ourselves by hiding and not speaking and staying silent. But like I'm always saying, this is such an important time for us to speak. Our voice is powerful. You know, words cast spells. Anything that we're talking about is going to affect the entire consciousness and everything that we are creating. So don't let the haters stop you. Speak your truth. If it is irritating people, they have more lessons they need to do, not us. Nothing to do with me, right? Share your voice. It is needed. It is so powerful that you'll notice that you might get very real forces that will even try to stop your videos, stop your mission, oppose you, things like that. That tells you you're on the right track when you're about the things that you're speaking about. So nothing is going to silence me. I'm going to keep doing my videos every single day, and I'm going to encourage everyone else to get out there and to make YouTube videos and Facebook feeds. And if you don't want to speak, do some writing, put some posts out, more memes, anything spiritual. This is the wake-up call for humanity, and we're the ones delivering it. So we really have to wake up this planet. I tell one of my family members, they asked me why it was banned. I said, Facebook does not want us to wake up the world. I'm sorry. Facebook does not want us to wake up the world. This is still a digital platform site, and they will go through great lengths to bury your posts, your videos, anything you're doing with your mission. They have amazing algorithm for spotting the truthers and the people that are making a difference in the world too. So I know I'm not the only one. Keep speaking. Your words are powerful. If you feel like you're talking to a brick wall, when you talk to your friends and family, it doesn't matter. Keep talking. You're planting powerful seeds every time you talk to someone. So you could say something and someone will be really fast to discredit you and be like, I don't think so. Yeah, right. But you know what? You're planting a seed in their consciousness that is going to awaken them ultimately. So keep planting these seeds. We did not come to seed this planet in light places. We came into the darkest areas, the darkest corners of consciousness to plant these seeds of love, light, compassion, hope, and things like that. Keep that in mind. If you're in a dark place, you have to make it light by lighting yourself up and finding that spark of divinity within. We are going to light up this whole planet. Nothing can stop this awakening. You can see it reflected through every area of consciousness, especially with these France protests and everyone rising up against the government. Don't think that won't play out in several more countries too. It's only the beginning. We are seeing a mass awakening unfolding, and there is nothing that anyone could ever do, especially one person, to stop an entire divine plan for all of consciousness. It's not going to happen. So we have passed a point of no return with this ascension in how much we have activated and leveled up this year. You are becoming powerful in your energy. It will scare the sleepers. It will scare people around you, what you are capable of. They have led us to believe that one person can never make a difference, that you can't really do a lot as one person. What are you really going to do? I am here to tell you, as one little girl, right? One girl, the difference that I have made in the past year is mind-blowing to me. The people that I have reached with my words, that have dug in deep and used this knowledge to transform and change their lives. I have inspired so many awakenings of the people around me. They want you to think that as one person that you can never make a difference. We can make more of a difference every single day just by vibrating as high as we possibly can than people have been led to believe. So we're going to continue delving into this healing. We'll notice a lot of the shadow is being exposed, whether it's the government, the protests, people come into your videos and leaving angry faces, things like that, right? We're delving into this darkness to clear it head on. If you guys are having conflict in any area of your life, time to clear these lessons. Don't you guys want to just be done with the narcissist and the entities and the trolls leaving faces on my video? I'm done with it all. We can just liberate right now. All we got to do is move forward. So take a look at your past year, the people in your life. Are they the people that are going to be there walking into heaven with you when we reach heaven on earth? Do they hold those qualities? Are they awake? Are they helping you grow spiritually, or are they holding you back? Let's do a really good purge of our Facebooks. It's coming on mine. Purge your Facebook account for the new year. Everyone wants to lose 10 pounds. How about going and just cleaning up some of your friends? It will clear the energy in your life so much. Go ahead and sever the connections with the people that you're not vibing with. People feel awful. I'm going to throw Allison out there. She says, she's hanging out with her friend. Guess what? They had an awful fight and they did separate, and it went awful with a lot of drama. If you guys can't clear these connections, the universe is going to throw them more and more in your face until you can. We don't realize it's not the government enslaving humanity. It never was. It's the relationships and the people right around us, our friends, our family, these karmic situations that we keep on falling into life after life, the relationships we have settled for, with the partners that we were meant to clear past wounds with, not to live with, and to have children with. We need to really take a deeper look, because we've always been enslaving ourselves by accepting less and less love from the people around us and allowing ourselves to be treated badly in whatever regard. So like I said, it's not the government enslaving humanity. It is your family, the toxic people around you, the narcissists, and we're doing it to ourselves by accepting this lack of love and this treatment. I'm gonna go because I gotta do some banning as usual. But I am about to burn down Facebook when I come and do my Stonehenge stuff. I'm just kind of gearing up for it. I'm very well rested. I just had a month off too. So like I said yesterday, I will burn down anyone getting in my way. It's like letting the lion out of the cage. I'm so ready. So I'm about to burn down my group spaces with my Stonehenge feeds. The reason we do them in the group spaces is so we don't have weird stuff like the angry faces on this feed and stuff like that. They're closed spaces. So make sure you guys go ahead and join my Sparks of Divine Light healing groups. Make sure you guys sign up for an activation if you want one, or come let me know you're going to participate in it. Or if you're getting a class, let me know if you want to do your attunement at Stonehenge. I'm going to be around to do readings too. I know a lot of people probably need some more insight on the people around them too. If you're having confusion about any of the relationships around you, I'm really good at telling you what kind of relationship that is, if it's karmic, if it's a soulmate, right? What kind of purpose it has in your life, because there's a lot of amnesia. We kind of get lost in these roles, and you can have soul recognition with a soul that you had a million past lives with, but they might not be the one for you, and it might be something that you need to clear to release your soul from this earth school that we're kind of sick of. So if you guys need me, business page, inbox me. Stay above the drama, stay above any negativity, because it will be coming. Now we're closing up this year. So as that is happening, there's a lot of lessons happening all at once. And it's going to be a push in our endurance to see what we're capable of. Make sure that you guys are handling these situations. I'm going to let you go on that note though. Love and light.